Alright guys, so I'm back with another tutorial. So in this tutorial I'm actually going to do a live mixing session here. We're obviously going to go quick, so it might not be 100% on point, but you'll get the idea. So we have a vocal here. I'm going to let you guys hear the raw vocal completely just with the auto-tune and go from there, okay?
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me delay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway. Cobain, got no time to waste a day.
Okay, as you can see throughout the vocal, there's a lot of level adjustments. Parts are louder, parts are quieter, and whatnot. And this is actually one of the songs that an artist had worked on, but we're not sure if it's initially going to come out or not. That's just a rough draft. So basically, we have this vocal here. However, it looks like there's some level. As you can see right here, this part is like sort of loud. Towards the end, it gets sort of loud. So first thing first, I'm actually gonna go dive in and take out any sibilants. So I'm gonna put a de-esser on it to make sure any S's are not poking through, and they're not too sharp. So we're gonna put a de-esser on this, and I'm gonna set it back to factory default so I can do it in front of you guys. Here we go. By the way, this is an Eloise's de-esser. If you don't know, this is my favorite de-esser from Slate Digital. That is the same as all my other videos.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no.
Okay, so it looks like the
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me delay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway.
So you see those P's are really strong, so that compression is going to sort of level those out. But I think as far as the S's go, if you check it out, I turned down the wetness of this compressor a little bit, so it would give me that natural voice still. I'm not overkilling the audio, and I'm really targeting the frequencies between 5 to 10 kilohertz. So I made a sort of a fat curve, not a thin one. So check it out.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay.
Okay, so there's our de-esser. Now I'm hearing a lot of muddiness in the audio, so I want to drop a low end so we can always just go right in and get our EQ6 from Waves. I already have it, so I'm going to enable it, show you guys. So I did a quick curve right here for the low band, drop all the low frequencies, and do a low pass filter on the audio, and then I gave it a little subtraction on the EQ. I never do additive EQ really until like I'm in my final stages, but in the initial stages you always want to take out frequencies. You don't want to just start boosting the frequencies right away because you want them there, because then it's gonna create these peaks and stuff. So once you do subtractive EQing, it's actually gonna leave back the resonance of the vocal that you actually want and take out the parts you don't want. So I did a little low shelving on -5 dB right here and dropped a little bit of the high end by 0.4 dBs and 0.5 dBs here, sorry. So that's going to give it that little decrease in levels that I need to make sure the meter doesn't peak here.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay.
And remember, two components are essential in mixing. You need a good artist, and you need to have a good solid recording. If you don't have a solid recording, and if the artist's energy is not there, performance is not there, then that's already a bad start, and then you can only go so far with that mix. So now that we have this, one thing I want to do to this vocal, actually, I'm going to put a Waves vocal rider on this because I do see the levels going up and down too much. So let's get a Waves vocal rider. So for this one, I'm actually going to use a Blue Cat because I have that pack in VST, and that's the only way to open it in the latest Pro Tools. Don't worry if you don't have a vocal rider, you can actually just go into a volume level and just automate it for yourself if you need to. Vocal rider just does that faster and saves time. Okay, I'm going to put a vocal rider mono on this one.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day.
Okay, see there's a peak right here. So target level is going to determine where essentially you want the overall audio to sit at. So this is sort of your level. This is what you're shooting for. And then this top range is going to determine how much This plugin is going to turn the audio up. Bottom one is going to determine how much it's going to maximum threshold that it's going to be able to turn it down. We're going to put it on a fast as far as the plugin movement goes, because it's sort of a rappy vocal. It's not a singing long notes. And I'm going to turn the sensitivity down a little bit so it's not constantly just getting triggered. So let's set up the target vocal and then we'll adjust the ranges.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway. Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay.
As you see, turning up certain parts way too much, turning down certain parts too much. So I'm sort of putting a bracket on both sides, so it's not going to go out of its league too much, because then it's going to really, instead of improving the audio, make a mess. And then this little arrow that I'm adjusting right here, this is where the knob's going to sit idle when there's no audio, sort of like dead gaps in between. So you don't want to turn it up, because then it's going to, if you have a continuous track, white noise is going to get brought up and whatnot.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway. Cobain, got no time.
Okay, so I do see there's some leveling going on here, which is good. Now, to completely smoothen it out, I'm going to chain this out. I have created a mono bus, so I'm gonna put it on a bus, and I'm gonna name it a hook bus for the reference of this video. And then for my hook mix, I'm going to create a mono auxiliary track. I brought in my bus, and my input is going to be hook mix. So my audio is going to be bussed into my mix. So there, I'm going to apply a compression, which is going to really even out these vocals. So check it out.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway.
Okay, so when pain came in, the attack is way too hard. So I want to loosen that up a little bit, so it gives it a sort of a, like a vocals allowed to come in from the beginning, and then the attack kicks in not right away, because then it's just totally gonna crush the essence of the vocal.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway. Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway.
Seems pretty solid to me.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway. Cobain, got no time to.
Yeah, that's extremely solid there as far as leveling goes. So we have that good to go. Now my favorite plugin for mixing is Vitamin. I always use Vitamin for brightening up frequencies. Remember, in the beginning we were doing subtractive EQing. Now we're gonna be adding some frequencies. So I'm gonna give some boost on the high end, because this audio is really warm and I really like that, but I still want to be able to bring in some highs to make the vocal a little bit more exciting.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay.
So I'm giving some boost in the highs and some low mids and partial mids. Now if you see, Vitamin is a really great plugin. I'm going to show you how I'm able to turn up the highs without actually peaking the meters.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway.
If you see, like, it peaked right there when the crazy Cobain came in, but the point is that you really have control over the audio with Vitamin. So use this to excite your frequencies, and then we're going to give it even more boost, more dynamics once we get to it, but use these initially as additive EQing. I really like this one. So use Vitamin, and then we're going to do a second compression after EQing. It's always a cycle of like EQ and compression, EQ compression, so we can get a perfect level of vocal that's gonna sit right in the middle. But this is gonna be a subtle compression. This is not gonna be as crazy as an R compressor, because this is just to uh, level out any frequencies that are gonna eventually bleed through those EQs.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway. Cobain, got no time to waste a day.
Okay, now time for VMR. VMR is another type of an EQ. Again, I was saying EQ compression, EQ compression. So VMR I really like because it has some really great plugins from Steven Slate that really help you bring out your song. So my favorite one is this EQ FGS and Air EQ. These both give you that really bright high frequencies that you need. So let me bring those in for you to show you the difference.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay.
Without it.
I don't wanna feel the pain anyway.
With it.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never.
And now all I'm really doing is giving it that around like 600-700 hertz a high frequency boost, and then around 14,000 kilohertz a high frequency boost of about 3 dBs. So that's essentially what I'm doing. Just a tad bit of high mids there around 6,000 kilohertz. And that's really about it as far as boosting goes. This EQ is sort of just subtle. You can keep it there for warmness if you want to maintain that. But really, I'm bringing up the highs to make it brighter. And then my favorite air chorus, which I showed in my previous tutorial on how to use it along with autotune. I really like using that because it gives that warm chorus effect, which makes the audio sit right in the middle of the verse. So I'm going to play it without it and then with it.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay.
And here's with it. And I'm going to actually turn the mix all the way up so you can see sort of what this plugin does.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay.
So you see how it makes it really like wet and robotic, but I turned that down so it's just barely there, but it's going to give that vocal the grip and the push it needs. And now I'm going to bring in my limiter, but before that I'm going to play the beat so I can sort of get the levels with my limiter, L1 limiter by Waves, as to where it should sit in the mix.
Purchase your tracks today.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway. Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay.
Okay, I really like that sitting right there. And I have it on auto release. You can always do that because then this plugin is going to be able to detect when to release and when to grab the audio, which is like a life savior. So once you have your limiters up, all we really need to do is add some reverb and delays, and we should be good to go. So for the reverb, I'm using again Verb Suite by Slate Digital. I'm using FG480, and my dryness level is down to 65%, and my decay is up. And those are really the things I tempered with. I turned down my highs because I don't want the reverb to be really bright up front, and I pushed my attack out about 80 milliseconds. Basically, what attack does is reverb is gonna kick in 0.80 milliseconds after the vocal hits, so the reverb is not on the actual vocal, but it's as soon as that vocal ends, then the reverb's there. So you'll hear it. I'm gonna make it obvious, and then I'll turn it down.
Purchase your tracks today.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay.
As you can see, it sounds good, but I don't want it that echoey, so I'm going to take almost the reverb out. I just want it there to create that stereo effect, and then I'm really going to just have a good delay in it. So I'm going to turn down the reverb here.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Let me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me to lay. I don't wanna feel the pain anyway. Cobain.
Okay, and lastly, I'm gonna bring in my delay. Now, delays, I always use H delay. I love that delay. Another trick I always use on H delays is I'll put a flanger right before the delay. So basically, that will give that vocal that wetness it needs to just glide and mix in with the beat, so it's not obvious on your face, but is there. Makes your ears playful. So check it out. With the delay turned up all the way, and then I'll start subtracting it. It's just gonna be barely there. It's not super noticeable.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me delay. I don't wanna be the pain anyway. Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no.
So this is the overall mix. This is sort of where I'm gonna have it at. Check it out.
Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay. When I die, please don't bury me delay. I don't wanna be the pain anyway. Cobain, got no time to waste a day. Love me now, no, never is okay.
Purchase
When
your
I die,
tracks
please
today.
don't bury me delay. I don't wanna be the pain anyway.
So this is it. This is my quick mixing tutorial, guys. Obviously, this was in the final take. So if the artist was to put this song out eventually, I'm sure we're gonna go back into the session and re-record some of the audios to get the pitches to be perfect. But I think it's good enough to where it's tutorial worthy. So I hope you guys learned something from this. Leave some comments below, your thoughts, your questions, suggestions, anything you guys have for me, and I'll be sure to read them, check those out. But I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and stay tuned for more, guys.